Well, good day viewers. Well, I did some modifications here with this computer. Now this thing worked really well, but it would not boot up sometimes. It would hang, it'd get to the Windows 8 boot screen and then hang. It did that with all the operating systems I had. It did it with Windows 7 and it did it with XP as well on various different drives. With all the graphics card and the sound card and the TV card in there, it worked pretty well. It was nice and stable, but it was the intermittent case where it wouldn't boot. It would get past the loading screen or the Windows loading screen, then it would get to the black screen before it goes to the desktop, and it would hang on that black screen. I had to keep rebooting it a bunch of times until it finally booted up to the desktop. The limitation that's causing that is that the motherboard in that is a server motherboard. It is not designed for PCI graphics or sound. The PCI Express ports, the chipset on that server board in there, is only designed for storage expansion. That's its fatal flaw. Those chipsets on that board do not support any multimedia PCI Express cards, which is a damn shame. It would run, you can use it, it would run fine, but it just would not boot up. You have to keep resetting it until it eventually boots to the desktop. That's the fatal flaw that those that server motherboards have if you want to use them for gaming. I put a Core 2 Duo in that just for shits and giggles, and yeah, it runs with the Core 2 Duo. So the CPU side of things that run normally, it doesn't seem to complain about that. It just doesn't like PCI Express multimedia cards, unfortunately. That's the limitation you get with server boards. So what I do, I put the sound card and the TV card in this machine, and I put an aftermarket CPU cooler in this. And it's running much better with that Zalman CPU cooler that come off the MSI board. The TV card works, it's actually a hybrid, it's a digital TV card. I thought it was just analog. And that is digital as well, that's a bonus. Put a sound card in this one because the sound onboard sound in this motherboard, it's only basic, so I've updated it to the 21st century. He put a good sound card in this machine, but unfortunately, although this SSP5GL MX motherboard, that's what this one here uses, the LGA 775 socket, I put the Core 2 Duo in this, and the motherboard won't boot up. So it's not supported. It only specifically designed to support a Pentium 4 only, this board, unfortunately. Would have been nice if it supported the Core 2 Duo. There's nothing wrong with a Pentium 4, I quite like it. It's just a bit too much of a room heater. It's running a lot cooler with this Zalman cooler on it. Nice LED in there too. It's running quite nice actually. A lot cooler with that one than the original bloody cooler it had. As I said, there's nothing wrong with a good old Pentium 4. They're just a good space heater in the winter time. They get bloody hot. It's a bit slow, but that's just because this is an old installation of XP. It would have been nice if this board supported the Core 2 Duo. Would have made a pretty decent machine. And yes, I did some more studying. Windows 98 will not support DDR memory. Only wants SD RAM. So I'm after some old computers now. Thanks to the stupid government's TV computer recycling scheme, I don't think that's going to be possible for finding old computers anymore. If there is some out there, I put some wanted ads in various websites. I want some old vintage ones, like the 90s ones that had a turbo button and the debug display in the front. Some nice old Windows 98 and 95 machines. That way, I want to make a proper DOS computer. I've used DOSBox and everything on that computer. I can use it, but I just can't seem to get my head around mastering it to get it to run a game. I get it to run some of the setups of the games. Yeah, it just can't do much more than that. I'm better off just getting the vintage machine and just using that. And the bloody internet dropped out. Yeah, typical. Cheap bloody Wi-Fi dongle. Typical. When it works good. When it doesn't, it's a pain in the ass. Stupid thing. Anyway, that's this new working nicer well and much cooler. I'll leave it like this for now. There's nothing wrong with XP. Just a bit it gets a bit slow after a while, but anyway. I'm pretty sure this board will support 7 and everything. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. It's my little update. Thanks for watching.